Hey girls! Today we're going to start our study of habitats. A habitat is a place where animals and plants live together and they get all the things that they need to survive. We're going to start our study by learning about the woodlands. The woodlands is also known as the woods or the forests. There are lots and lots of plants there, and animals live there too. So put on your listening ears and let's listen to learn more about the plants and animals that we would find in the woodland habitat. Look all around. Do you see the tall trees? Do you see the lush green ferns? Do you see the path leading to the shady forest? You can see the woodland habitat, but you can't see me. I'm hiding in my nest high up in a tree, but I would love to climb down and meet you. Did you hear someone talking? I wonder who that was. Can you take a guess at who might be talking to us about the woodland habitat? Let's turn the page and see who might be talking to us. Hi, my name is Suma Squirrel. Welcome to my woodland habitat. Today I'm going for a hike in the woods to visit my plant and animal friends who live here with me. I got my trusty walking stick to help me keep my balance as I hop over logs and bushes. I'm going to walk quietly and carefully down the path and see what I can see. Is that a deer peeking out from behind that tree? I bet it's searching for some delicious green leaves to eat for lunch. I wonder what else I might see on my hike today. On the last page, you took a guess about who was talking. It was Suma Squirrel. Suma Squirrel is the narrator of our story. She is taking us on a walk in the woodland, which is the habitat where she lives. Suma has already spotted a blue jay and a deer at the beginning of her walk. Those are two animals that live in the woodland. What else do you think she might see? Uh-oh, I better tiptoe quietly through the forest. I certainly wouldn't want to bother that black and white striped skunk that is perched on that log. It might try to scare me away by lifting its tail and spraying a stinky spray. And over by the fern, I see a furry rabbit sniffing the air with its nose. I think it's trying to smell the scent of the other animals nearby. I will walk very carefully so I do not disturb the birds building their nests in the trees. What other plants and animals do you see in this picture? That's right. There's a skunk and a bear and a rabbit. And look, there's a robin. There's trees and ferns and lots of green plants. Up in the branches of a tree, I see a robin's nest built out of sticks and grass. It is filled with fragile blue eggs that will hatch into chicks. The baby robins will be hungry for worms once they hatch from their eggs. This picture shows us a nest that these robins have built in a tree. This nest keeps the baby birds safe and provides them with shelter. What do you think the nest is made out of? That's right, sticks and twigs, straw and grass. Where do you think they got the materials to build their nest? That's right, in the woodlands. Just over there in another tree is a mother bear and her cubs. Maybe they are climbing the tree to look for some delicious honey to eat. These are bear cubs. Cubs are baby bears. They are with their mother bear hunting for food. In the woodland habitat, mother bears and their bear cubs climb trees to look for honey. Remember, animals need food, water, and shelter to survive and to stay healthy. Can you tell me what basic needs these bears are looking for right now? That's right, they're looking for their food. Further down the path, I see two baby skunks playing on a fallen log. One has its tail raised into the air. I better creep away slowly so I don't disrupt them. A skunk stays safe in the woodland habitat by spraying a stinky spray at other animals so they won't get close to it. Show me what it would look like if you smelled a skunky spray. Ooh, stinky. I think I'll stop here for a minute and take a peek inside this fallen log resting on the cool, damp forest floor. I can see many forest animals making their homes near this damp log. The raccoon likes to hide and rest inside the log during the day. When the sun sets, it will venture out into the forest to find something to eat. In front of the log, I see a spider spinning its sticky web. It will wait patiently and try to catch insects for its dinner. This picture shows a log that has fallen from a tree. There are many animals that live in this log. What other plants and animals do you see living near the log in the woodland? There's the raccoon, spider, there's also a mouse, beetle, ants. Good job. Wow, if I use my magnifying glass to look closely at the trunk of this tree, I can see mushrooms and soft green moss growing. Mushrooms are a tasty treat that I love to eat. Suma Squirrel sees all of the mushrooms with her magnifying glass. Animals can eat mushrooms. Have you ever eaten mushrooms on a pizza before? Thumbs up if you like mushrooms. I do. But be careful. Never pick or eat mushrooms that you find outside. My magnifying glass is the perfect tool for investigating some of the tiny insects that are making their homes in plants that live in the forest. I look very closely. I can see an army of ants crawling all over this rotten log. I can also see beetles munching on fresh green leaves. Remember, insects are bugs that come in all colors and shapes. They have 6 legs. Can you think of any other insects? Ladybugs, flies, mosquitoes, those are all insects. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. If I listen very carefully, I can hear water rushing over the rocks and logs. I think I have hiked all the way to the stream that is running through the forest. Many animals come to the stream to get a drink of water or to hunt for food. Slurp, slurp, slurp. I hear a deer lapping up water to drink. Rap, rap, rap. I hear the beak of a woodpecker as he drills into the bark of a tree, trying to find insects to eat. I'll take a closer look and see what else I can see near the stream. Look at all of these animals near the stream in the woodland. What other animals do you see? There's a fox, a deer, a cardinal, which is a bird, a woodpecker, and a snake. Right over there on that warm rock, a snake has found a spot to sun itself. The snake is keeping its body warm by soaking up heat from the rock. Right nearby, a fox is wading into the stream to get a drink. After it gets a drink, it will stand as still as a stone and wait to catch a fish. Further down the stream, I see a mother deer and her fawn that have come to the stream's bank to quench their thirst. I think they might hear me talking because they are pricking up their ears as if they hear a sound. I'm going to leave slowly and quietly so that I do not disturb them in their woodland habitat. I sure am tired after that long hike into the woods. I think I'm going to find some acorns and berries to eat for dinner and return to my nest in my tree. There, I will be safe in the shelter of my home, and I can eat some dinner and take an afternoon nap. I can't wait to tell my brother Sammy the squirrel about all the other animals and plants I saw today in our very own woodland habitat. All right, girls, Suma the squirrel was a great narrator for our trip today through the woodland habitat. Can we all thank her by waving and saying goodbye? Bye, Suma. Thank you for teaching us about the woodlands and taking us through your home. Bye. Bye, girls. Okay, do you remember any of the plants and animals we talked about? Well, let's review. Look at this little guy. This is a mouse, and he's eating a berry. A berry is a plant that can be found in the woodlands. What about these guys? Who are they? It's a mother bear and her cubs. A cub is a baby bear, and they're climbing a tree in the woodlands. Here is a fox, and the fox is by the stream getting a sip of water. Oh, look at these, real close. Ants, and it looks like these ants are crawling on a log, or maybe even a stick or a branch of a tree. All things we would find in the woodlands. What about these friends? Skunks. P.U. Remember, the skunks, they raise their tails and have that stinky spray to protect themselves from other animals in the habitat. They're on a log, and I see some green grass behind them. Remember, a log is a tree that has fallen down, but it's still very important because it provides a home and shelter to many creatures in the woodlands. How about these friends? Deer. They're also by the stream. Notice all the tall grass by the stream. It's really tall. Nobody mows the grass in the woodlands, do they? No. Remember this? A snake. Now a snake, remember, it lies on this rock to stay warm. How about that? There's also lots of rocks and really big rocks called boulders in the woodlands. They make up part of the habitat. I also wanted to show you, this is a fern. Ferns grow in the shade, and the woodlands are very shady, so the forest floor is often covered in lots of different ferns. They kind of look like a pretty grass. And these are different types of mushrooms that we might see growing in the woodlands. Mushrooms aren't actually plants or animals. They're a type of, they're called a fungus. And it's a little bit different, but really cool. All right, girls. So now, for your assignment, I want you to create your very own woodland habitat picture. Use all of the ideas that you saw today. So draw lots of trees, draw lots of ferns, you can draw a stream, and be sure to add in all the different animals in your picture. And once you've drawn all the plants and animals from the woodlands, try labeling some of those animals and plants that you see. Remember, just use your best try. If you just hear an S for snake, that's fine. But if you wanted to try a little bit harder, you could go S-A-K. Write that down for snake. Good job, girls. I hope you're doing well. See you soon.